Prize money on the PGA Tour in 2023 is going to reach unprecedented levels with 13 events now designated as elevated. This guarantees us that we'll get to see the game's biggest stars competing together more often, as the purses will be worth up to $20 million. There's a lot of money up for grabs this year, and that got us thinking about who's managed to win the most money on the PGA Tour. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 money winners in PGA history. Matt Kuchar, $61.9 million. Only 10 players in PGA history have earned at least $50 million in winnings, and Matt Kuchar is probably the least likely among them to make that claim. The 2010 Vardon Trophy winner counts 9 different victories among his accomplishments, which is a relatively low number compared to the other people on this list, and on top of that, none of those wins were at majors. Still, from 2008 through to 2020, Matt Kuchar was one of the tour's most reliable earners and even topped the money list in 2010, narrowly edging out all-time greats such as Ernie Els and Jim Furyk. Adam Scott, $67.2 million. In 2013, Adam Scott made history by becoming the first Australian to win the Masters in one of the most intense finishes at Augusta in the history of the PGA. It's been Scott's only major championship so far, but he's posted top 5 finishes at all 3 of the other events. Since debuting on the PGA Tour in 2000, he's won 14 events and has had 13 second-place finishes. His most lucrative season so far came in 2016 when he won a career-best 2 events and collected $6.4 million in prize money. Jordan Spieth, $70.1 million. Since turning pro in 2013, the Texan has won 11 PGA Tour events, including 3 of the 4 major championships. Spieth's 2015 season was pretty legendary when he won 5 events, including the Masters, the US Open, and finished runner-up at the PGA Championship. In that 2015 season, Spieth collected an astounding $12 million in winnings. That's the most money any PGA Tour golfer has ever won in a single season, and a huge reason why he's on this list. Vijay Singh, $75.2 million. The Fiji native was one of golf's most recognizable stars during the 1990s and 2000s, winning 34 PGA Tour events during those 2 decades and absolutely raked in the winnings. Vijay Singh, aka a 3-time major winner, led the tour's money list in 2003, 2004, and again in 2008. His $10.9 million season in 2004 was the all-time single-season earnings mark for more than a decade. Vijay is still golfing and has been on the senior tour since 2013, where he continues to make bank. Jim Furyk, $76.5 million. There are only 2 players who have had more top 10 finishes at PGA Tour events than Jim Furyk. But with that being said, his earnings came in a little differently than other players on this list. Furyk, known for his extremely unorthodox swing, has only won 1 single major and has never topped the money list, but has nonetheless commanded a rich pile of winnings for his constant presence on the tour since 1994. Furyk's best individual season for earnings came in 2006 when he pulled down $7.2 million, winning 2 events and had 4 runner-up finishes. Justin Thomas, $78.2 million. Similar to Jordan Spieth, Kentucky-born Justin Thomas hasn't taken long to cement himself among the richest players in golf history. Thomas didn't get his first win until 2016, but he's racked up 14 of them since then, including a 2017 PGA Championship. In his 2017 and 2018 seasons alone, he won nearly $19 million, topping the money list in both years, earning 8 different titles. Now, he's only number 5 on this list right now, but Justin Thomas is clearly going to be making his way to that number 1 spot throughout the rest of his career. Dustin Johnson, $96.4 million. Since becoming a full-time pro in 2008, Dustin Johnson has won at least 2 tournaments in 5 different seasons. In total, Johnson has won 24 PGA Tour events, including 2 majors. Dustin has made some of the most money in the history of the PGA, and yet that still wasn't enough for him as he made his way to play on the Live Golf Tour, where he has already made about $35 million in winnings in just his first season. Phil Mickelson, $104 million. Hall of Famer Phil Mickelson won his first of 44 PGA Tour events as an amateur in 1991 and has been one of the sport's steadiest earners for more than 20 years. From 1996 through to 2020, Mickelson won at least $1 million in prize money every season, but remarkably never topped the single-season money list. His incredible list of victories includes 5 majors, and like Dustin Johnson, $104 million in winnings was not enough for Phil Mickelson, so he's made his way to LIV Golf as well, where through 8 events, he's only earned $1.8 million, but LIV Golf already paid him $200 million just to play for them. So it's safe to say Phil Mickelson is just going to be coasting from here on out. Rory McIlroy, $121.7 million. The pride of Northern Ireland, Rory McIlroy, has been one of the game's top stars dating back to 2010. He's won a remarkable 18 PGA Tour events and has been among the steadiest big earners in golf history. From 2010 through to 2020, McIlroy averaged $4.7 million in winnings per season, topping the money list in 2012 and again in 2014. He won 2 of his 4 career majors in that 2014 season, and although he came close in 2022, Rory McIlroy is still looking for his first Masters win. Tiger Woods, $157.2 million. Now, of course, who else would be number 1 on this list? His 82 career PGA Tour wins are tied for the all-time list, and his 15 major victories are ranked second only to the legendary Jack Nicklaus. Woods topped the money list in 10 different seasons and topped the $5 million plateau 14 different times, and on top of that, has earned more than $10 million in 3 different seasons. Now, all those figures are absolutely mind-blowing, but what makes this more impressive is that Woods has been notoriously selective throughout his career when it came to which tournaments he played in, and he's endured several injuries, which led him to miss out on a ton of golf. And yet, he's still ranked number 1. Thanks for watching our video. If you haven't yet, drop us a like, leave us a comment, and if you're looking for more golf content, don't forget to subscribe.